Welcome to the Supercar Connection podcast. Find us on social media at Supercar Connection and full episodes weekly on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. I'm Gavin, this is my boy Joe, and we're here to talk about cars.
Like our biggest thing is like coming off as like a certain like term of like genuine. So
yeah, exactly.
Like, when you
I've seen
so much like like you're overdoing it. You're like, it gets to a point where you're like, yeah, no, like it's literally just sitting here chopping it up.
Yeah, no, I've seen a few of your videos prior, like before we even like talked about this, and I was like, yeah, like okay, you know, it's cool,
bro.
You know that there's not a lot of like car shit out there that you just like letting watch this shit, you know?
Yeah, dude, it's just semi-interesting.
Yeah,
bro, you have no idea. I'm on IG, I'm on our page, and I'm scrolling through like our notifications, and I get a notification. I see Sith Lord Chamba like a reel. Yeah, and I'm like, for a second, I'm like, am I on my personal? Because I follow you. On my personal, I've been following you for years.
Okay.
And then on the Supercar Connection, I'm looking on it, and I'm like, so I click on it, and then the blue said like follow back.
Yeah.
And I go, wait, this fucker's following us too.
Yeah.
So as soon as I hit that up, I hit him. I was like, I'm sliding into the DMs. Like I'm going fucking the water.
Yeah. I don't know where I saw like I don't know how it happened, but the video I did see, I remember like one of the first ones was I think you were talking about like guys who like share a payment on like a year.
But
that's what I saw, and I saw it, and I was like you know, like that's true, like it exists. You know? Like seen it.
Finally, someone. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for the validation.
When because like, what happened was we were chopping it up, and like we were just figuring out, okay, how do we put more content out there? What can we do? And then I told him, like, I forgot, we just randomly struck up a conversation when I was like, yeah, bro, some of my homies, like, because I live in Glendale.
Okay.
So if you know the type of person that lives in Glendale, like, demographic of that area.
Armenian,
yeah. Like, so, like, they're a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling him, I was like, yeah, some of the boys at the gym, like, they just copped a Urus, and like, they're splitting it. And he looked at me like, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, why are you tripping so hard off this? I was like, this is like homies that have read and said they'll do this time because it'll benefit them in all kinds of ways. Yeah. And he's like, please, the chocolates in the bottom. I was like, that's worth it.
I'm like, dude, if we talk about this and flip it up,
I thought it was ready.
People will love it.
It's like it's a hate or love thing for sure. Like,
absolutely.
I think I'm like, I can't say I don't hate anything, but I do want to say like, I don't know.
Say it. Say it.
Because let's just say, like, you I don't know, girls DMs, whatever, right? You pick her up, and you're in your Urus, whatever, goes great. And next week, you pick her up, you're not your Urus.
No.
Because it's not your turn for your fucking Urus. You just see you have 4 people, you're splitting it week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Like, to me, that's like fake shit. Or on a business level, you pull up to a car meet, you're in a sick ass Urus, whatever, pulled up. Everyone's like, hey, bro, what's your IG? Oh, it's this, you know? Then, like, the next car's in copy the next week, you pull up and you're not in that.
No.
So to me, it's like false advertisement. But it's cool to maybe make the connections, but at the same time, like, I don't think those connections would take you 100% serious if they were to find that out. That's the way I see it.
Definitely.
You know? But I know it ruins your like
credibility type shit?
Not your credibility, for sure, not like, just more of like the honesty of it, you know? And I think honesty goes a long way in a lot of stuff.
Especially business, because a big part of business is you have to have trust.
Yeah.
You can't have business partners, you can't do certain things up.
Yeah.
By no means am I promoting splitting a Urus payment. That's not what I'm doing.
I don't think, you should. But
if you had to.
I was like, if you really had to.
Right.
You know, whatever, to each their own. I just don't think it'll take you far in life.
Bro, I 100% agree. Partly what it is too is like, you think about what I was mainly trying to bring to light was more the concept of people splitting shit more so. Like, I feel like people think like they'll see something or they'll assume some type of way. And I'm like, have you guys ever thought of like this side of the game?
Yeah.
And like, because we even talk about it, like him and I talk about it. We're like, what if we got our whips? And I was like, well, I want another daily, or I want like another SUV. I was like, we could just split like a G63 and like just have them like that. But our main whips are like, shit. Yeah. It just all depends on like what you want.
It depends. Yeah.
What you're using it for, the situation.
The close rows.
Just the fact that people
it can go like a long way, you know, and I don't know. To me, it's like, if it has its, you know, there's a lot of people that they don't care what anyone thinks, you know. And I don't care what anyone thinks, but I don't want to do that either. So it's just like, there's an extent. There's people that they'll do that and they don't care what you think. So fuck. In their eyes, they're fucking, you know, they're killing it. You know, they don't.
It's especially once you hit certain levels. It's like what people think matters less and less.
Exactly. For sure.
As soon as you leave that, like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks on me, bro. It elevates you, especially your mindset, because you walk into places and you operate differently.
Yeah, you just don't care.
No matter who's in the room, no matter what's going on, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna present myself and like put my energy on people
Because it doesn't
and
matter.
let people deal with that shit. Exactly, because it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Because when you're solid and you have shit, you can back your shit up. It just comes out. Like, you can almost like feel the energy type shit.
Yeah.
But like a motherfucker.
But it's real. People do it.
People do it. I agree. And not just in that, I've seen people do it with jewelry, homes, you know, like
Cribs.
people do it with anything really. Even that's just like the nightclubs. You know, people go to a nightclub 20 deep and they'll split one bottle, and everyone's gonna take a picture of the bottle, like, you know, they paying for it or whatever. It's like,
$2.
you know,
All of a sudden you get a DM like, come on, maybe I got 42 at the table.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, you got 19 of his homies splitting all.
yeah,
Crazy.
And you see, I'm not gonna lie. I think the bottle stuff. I've been that guy, like coming up, like I think I've done it a few times. Maybe, you know, I've done it a lot of times. Let's just say from like my 18 to 20.
Cool, you're on the tour.
23 year
You're
old.
trying to make shit happen.
Yeah.
You're not trying to spill out that brand. You're trying to make shit happen.
For sure. But, you know, eventually you like, once you hit a certain age and you still see that, you're like, bro, come on now. Like,
That's where shit gets kind of
Yeah.
It's like when you get to a certain point, like when is enough for some of the type of shit. But again, not to promote it, not to highlight it, not to promote it, but like it just is what it is.
yeah.
How did you get started? Like, how did you start making money? Like, by the way, we're in his garage right now. We got a SVJ, Titty SVJ,
Yep.
and a 488 pizza behind us.
That's at the chocolate compound.
Both are red, which is sick.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously you've been making it happen. So, what got you started at the beginning?
Maybe like, you know, like companies have like their R&D, you know, they see what works, what doesn't, or how to do this, how to do that. I think we all have that, you know, and we keep going long enough, you figure out this works, this doesn't work. I think that's kind of what happened with me. I just, you know, I tried a bunch of different stuff, and I've always been big into sports. Growing up in LA, I grew up in Cape Town, Koreatown, which is Cape Town, for those that don't know. Laker fan, Dodger fan. We didn't have a football team when I was growing up, but really big Laker fan, and I would always.
Raiders fan?
No, I'm not a Raiders fan. No, you know what? Like, you're a Raider fan?
No.
Okay, all right. I was a fan of Brady, so I mean, like in sports, especially when you're Lakers and Dodgers. But besides that, like I don't like care for teams as much as I care for players. So I follow players that I like, players that I know that can make things happen. So I was a big Brady fan growing up.
Players that can make you money.
Players that can make you money. Yeah, it's essentially. I started gambling when I was like 18 years old. I remember I went to Cal State LA. So I remember sitting in college classes, just, you know, putting like $20, $40, $50 on like Lakers, Patriots, Dodgers, whatever it was at the time that, you know, could make you money. And I think at the time I had a goal of making like, I think it was like $200 a week, which I just wanted to pay for like gas and like weekly expenses. You know, I didn't pay rent. I lived with my parents. I didn't have too many like liabilities, you know, just pay for gas, pay for like what I want to do, and that was it. And I think making $200 a week, trying to making $400 a week, $500 a week. By the time, this was I was 18, so by the time I was like 25, I didn't stop gambling. I was always big into it, but I never sold it. I never like did it as a job per se, or a career. I had a job, I had a career. I worked. A lot of people don't know this, but I worked for a ballet / hotel, and I was like, eventually you just a valet, then you get promoted, blah, blah, your little thing. You're like an operations manager. And I loved it, don't get me wrong. Like, I loved all that. But I just, you know, you have like bosses and stuff, you don't like that shit. And sometimes they don't like you. They don't like that, what you're doing, how, like, people think just because they have a title of being your boss that they can control you or tell you how to be or what to be or whatever. And
Like your life belongs to them.
yeah, bro, it's not as serious. So
it's never that serious.
That's the most perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
Right. And the truth is, it really isn't. So I think I never think, maybe I have a problem with authority, or maybe I don't know. I've never been someone that like someone telling them, do this shit right now. And I'm like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like,
Tell me what the fuck to do.
I think most people. It's just most people don't do anything about it.
Yeah. No, I think there was one time where I legit, like, it was like legit, like, bro, we'll throw hands right now, like, type thing, you know? Like,
Please tell me the story, bro.
like, it's a long story, but it ended with that. And it was just like,
Hands on side.
yeah, it was just like, bro, we can clock out right now and, you know, we'll fucking handle this shit like men. And, you know, they didn't get that far, luckily, you know, because who knows where I'd be if it did. But, and it just, you know, you just eventually, you take a risk. And at that time, it was my job was safe. You know, I was making X amount. I wasn't like fucking well-built or rich. I was just comfortable. And the gambling thing was something that I thought I can sell. And if I can sell it and I can do it, then, you know, you combine the two. And if it goes great, then it goes great. And that's basically what happened. So you fast forward to here, and obviously gambling, making money on teams and players and parlays and all that stuff, it eventually it pays off. And if you do it right, obviously there's a million guys out there that do what I do. I can't say anyone does it on this level, because I haven't seen anyone do it on this level.
No many have garages.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and they all say they make 10 million a week and 50 million this month and 30 billion and billion and trillion, and they're gonna go till forever, but you don't see it, you know. That was one. I used to post money, I used to post this and that, and I was like, you know what, that's just lame, because I know other guys that I essentially compete with.
Right.
They're posting money. I was like, I'm gonna post what money gets you.
Yes.
You know? And I think there's a big difference between posting money, because I can go on Amazon right now. Give me blue bills, fucking 50 stacks of these, you know.
That'll perfect copies, bro.
Well,
I think people don't underestimate.
Yeah.
Like, people think, like, for example, you talk about like physical dollars.
Yeah.
People don't even know how much physical dollars are really even circulating, bro. Because the fakes have gotten so damn crisp.
Bro, you buy fakes. There's a company right now that I seen it. I don't know where I saw it, but it's an advertisement or whatever, and it says buy fake used money. So what they do is they wash it, put it in a dryer, and they dirty it. They do whatever, and it looks like it's used, but it's still fake money, you know. But it looks used, so it looks real too. That's like the thing is, when a lot of people post new bills, it looks fake. Like, or you can at least say, well, they're on new, that's just fake. You know, what is motherfucker to and got 10 billion brand new hundreds, you know? So people get smart, and they, you know, end of the day, all this social media shit is either you're doing it or you're not, but if you're doing it, you really are, and if you're not, you're just posting fucking smoke and mirrors, you know?
Literally, bro.
Question?
Huh?
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Simple questions.
Yeah.
What's the biggest parlay you've hit? How many?
I'll be honest, parlays, I'm not like a big parlay guy. I do parlays now. So I started off with just doing like straight bets.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I started off with baseball, MLB, just doing straight bets on whatever team can. There's so many games every day during baseball season that you can pick and choose, like, there's bad in here, there's bad in here, this should be safe, whatever. Eventually you do it. Maybe doing this 5 years, and I was just strictly straight bets, overs, unders, player props, but it was all like just single things. And I don't know when this started happening, but I would get people DMing me like, hey, do you do parlays? I was like, no, I don't. Buy this if you want something. Like, I'd be like, fuck parlays. I think I'm gonna post about it, being like, bro, fuck parlays. Like, anyone that truly does parlays for a living, like, they're not making any money, which I still do believe that. But if you're only doing parlays, you're not really winning all the time. So you have to do parlays a certain way. So I got 1 DM, 2 DMs, 3 DMs. For like the next 6 months, I swear to God, I was getting maybe 10 DMs a day asking me if I could parlay. And, you know, you can kind of see like when you go from reply to they read it, whether they buy something or they don't. None of these people are buying shit. So I knew they only wanted parlays.
Right.
So I'm like, man, this shit's really like,
We got a problem.
I gotta give these guys parlays, and parlays are not difficult to hit if you know what you're doing. I always was like, I'd rather go for the safe money than then let me put $20 and make 20,000.
Everyone wants to get rich fast.
Yeah, and that's
why they want parlays.
And I never even wanted those type of clients, because you know when you have those clients, you lose. Let's say you send a 6-man parlay, you put $100, you win $2,000 or whatever it is. You're not gonna do that every day, so you probably won't even do that shit for 10 days in a row. It's very big. There's guys that won't hit that shit their fucking lifetime with betting. They don't. It's just not as common to do. So when I was, doing these parlays, like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it to a way that I kind of gamble anyway. You know, I think this team should beat this team, then this player should have this many points, or this player shouldn't hit this many points, or this should be a blowout. There's no way he's going to hit this. I don't know. It's just little things that like sports people do. And so I started doing it. I started offering it. And that shit fucking blew up, like, cause there's just so many people who love it.
Yeah.
And I get it because, I was a $20 better. You know, I was a guy that was betting $20, $30, $40. So a lot of these parlay guys, they see that you can bet $20 and win $300. So I get it, 1,000%. So that's why I'm trying to help that out. But at the same time, I also preach like, end of the day, this is a parlay. The big money is on this straight bet, like, your money you're willing to risk, low risk, high reward, put on a parlay. And luckily, I think I've hit so many parlays at this point where I didn't think not that I didn't think I could, I just didn't think it was possible to make as much money doing it. And so now I'm not gonna lie, I do mess around with it a lot. You play with things, you'll see who works, who doesn't. Luckily with parlays, everything is like 50-50. So they'll give you like, will LeBron had over 25.5 points today or under 25.5 points today. So they go based off of like real stats, and the only issue with someone like me when I get involved is if I pick LeBron to have over 25.5 points, the second I send that out within 30 minutes, that book knows let's say within 10 minutes, 5 minutes, that book knows I sent that, and they're pushing his line from 25.5 to 28.5. Because at this point, they're like, fuck it, keep betting the over. And, it messes a little bit with what I'm doing, but I understand they try to avoid guys like me or avoid my opinion. So,
right.
That's how much power you have.
Yeah.
You already moving bookies. You're like, move lines. We're like, hey, how much put the word out? And like, let's push the fucking line to 29, 30. Just simply off of you just sending a signal.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, people think you're not friends with these bookies. I probably know the owner of every major book out. They know me, first name basis. I can text them. I can, like, we know each other. The issue is like, they don't want to rate me for my money, I don't want to rate them for their money. So we their middle ground is,
right,
he sends that, let's fuck that line up.
Right.
So it's just sometimes I'll even text like bro, you change your line so much, like I can't work, like my clients can't work with that, right? Just because I placed it, we can't change it that much. And they might give me some slack. Sometimes they might not. Sometimes it might just be like, well, selling it under then, or whatever it is. So
it's you structure it that way, where you'd be like, hey, at 25.5, we're taking the over, but if it pushes 28, take the under?
No, because sometimes there's so many books out there. These guys aren't using the same thing. So some guys are like in Vegas, literally just waiting for something to be put out. And Vegas lines, they don't really change them much for anyone, the most they might change them is like a point, a half a point, for someone like me. So to them, it doesn't matter. Like I'm a big, I like Underdog Fantasy. That's a book that I fuck with the most. They're just the easiest to work with. And you know, they're pretty fair with most things. Sometimes they might change the payout. But other than that, they've been pretty good with it. You know, but like, even then, like I can go cold and not hit for fucking 5 days straight. The issue is with not hitting more just kids. Like they're like, you know, they just turned 21, they just turned 20, whatever it is. Bro, I put fucking $1,000 on this shit. It didn't hit. They put $1,000 to make like 50,000. You know, some $1,000. Like, why would you quit on that? Like, I literally just.
It's like a risk mitigation too. At the same time,
Yeah.
It's like one of the things like I'm big on is stock. So like you never take a trade with more than like 2% of impact.
Yeah,
to a certain degree. So like even in sports betting, is if you really break it down, it has similar.
All the good guys, they'll tell you like a certain percentage. Like I'll tell my clients, we're betting from this percent to this percent, and that's where you should cap it at. There's guys that they don't care what I say. They're gonna bet like everything. They're full send on it, and sometimes it'll go great. You know, I had one guy. He's a lucky dude. He just full send every max play I would send, and by the end of the week, he was up like 250, 300,000. You know, it's awesome. There's a few clients I have that are on the bigger side, but there's also guys on the lower side. I don't really cater to one or the other. I just, you know, cool. You're betting 100,000, amazing. You're betting $10, amazing. Like I'm not trading one any different. Like I just sell it. Bet what you can or bet what you want. That's it. But I had a guy, so yeah.
So when you first started making money, what was the first play you went and got?
I got a.
I'm a judge Rob as an answer, by the way.
Okay.
Even though this is history, I don't know.
I'm curious to see where his journey began.
Yeah.
This way.
So, with my first car, so answer your question first, just so we can get to the making money and getting a car question. My first car was I'm a muscle car guy. I would say, even though I don't have as many muscle cars, I have a Demon and a 1970 Charger. First car I got was a Mustang. It was a V6. I got it on Craigslist. I think it was Craigslist at the time. It was in an accident, but it wasn't that bad an accident. It was literally like fender bender. But it was a girl, so she didn't want to deal with this. She probably had no insurance. She's like, give me $225 or whatever it was. I was working at AMC Theaters at the time. Probably making out like $600 every 2 weeks or whatever it was. So man, you just say, look, if you're not paying rent, you're like, right. I think the most I was paying was maybe out of going out. And in the car, so I would go out, like I wouldn't pay for gas. I just paid for maybe an entrance or whatever it was, maybe
a charge.
Yeah, whatever it is. So
Fraction of a bottle.
Yeah,
Show you a little drink, something like that.
yeah. The good days, bro. Like, those are the good.
The simple days.
Yeah, now the fuck no, you go out.
Doesn't love her.
By the time you're home, you're like $1,000 in.
You can't leave the house without spending.
Fuck no. So I got a Mustang. It was crashed, of course. So I needed to get like a bumper, a HUD, and
Oh, it was fucked up.
a windshield.
It was fucked up.
It was legit crash.
Oh, you need a fender bender. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, fuck you. I ran something over. I don't fucking know what it was. Man.
Shit, the sign was
She was leading it on. She was doing something. She would happen to get the money. Here's a title. Get the fuck out of here type shit. And I didn't want to. No, the windshield was fine. I'm sorry. I had the money to fix it. I was like, you know, I get paid in 2 weeks. I'll fix it then. I'll start buying parts, and eventually you have to paint the car because you get parts that just primer, cover, or whatever it is. And I remember, I think I'm like 17 at the time. I'm like, fuck, well, I have a car. I can just drive this shit, like, just to, let me go get food real quick, or whatever it was. I get in the car. I don't know McDonald's. I don't know. I'm going to get food. I'm driving down the street, and when the bumper when she hit, whatever fuck she hit, it bent the bumper in, so the latch that holds the hood down broke. Like it was off.
Don't tell me.
So the second I hit like 20 miles per hour or whatever it was, like I remember it like happened so slow, like your first time cruising down the street, it felt good. To me, like that, like I probably felt better driving that than I feel driving this right now. You know, like you felt amazing. You know, it was like first car cruising down the street, and fucking the blast cracks the windshield like legit just boom, and I'm like fuck. And you can't see shit in front of you, so you know you're gonna hit something. So I'm like looking at the mirrors, pull over, put the hood down, and I drive back to my house like going like 5 miles per hour. And now I need the fucking hood. I needed the. I don't know if I needed the hood, but I know for sure I definitely needed it, and I needed the windshield. So I went from just a bunker to that. I didn't think I needed a headlight. So whatever time passed, made the parts. So I got the. I remember it was like I called it like a rainbow car. The car was silver. The bumper I found on Craigslist, it was blue, and the hood was like black. So it was just like fucking, you know, it just looked like a mess. But at the time I was on drugs anyway, you know, you just shit out with it. And then ended up paying the car, whatever. Fast forward, you just, you know, you like I've always been like into buying cars and not losing on them and trying to
live off them. Like,
yeah.
It can't happen. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah. And when I painted that car, I sold it for like maybe 4,000 or 5,000. I don't know what it was. And then I got the next car and I got a good deal. Like my good deals come from like low balling. Do you want this now or not? And eventually, fuck it, let's do it. And then the next car and the next car and the next car. Probably by the time I was like 24, 23 years old, I had maybe like 10 cars. I had under 10 cars. I had a Cobra, an 03 Terminator, and there were always Mustangs. Like I was just always into Mustangs.
Yeah.
So I went from that to Crash U6 to a GT to a 05 GT, which is like a newer body at the time.
I'm not fucking with you after the Mustang thing, bro.
They, I don't know, I love Mustangs.
We got a Chevy boy over here.
I hate fucking Camaros.
I'm like Camaro guy, bro. I'm a Corvette guy.
Yeah, Camaro's cool. Okay, so Camaros, you know.
I had a Camaro back in the day.
Yes.
I had a Silver back in the day, and I was for what it was, I was a little bit.
Yeah, like I just, you know, it's almost like being like a Cowboy fan and a Raider fan. If you choose one, you almost have to hate each other. It's like, yeah, I love big Mustang. So every time I see a Corvette, they can literally tell me, hey, bro, we'll give you a brand new Zinc 28 right now for free. I don't think I'll take it.
Bro, don't tell me.
Don't say.
I don't think I just ended my ticket.
But is Dodge neutral ground?
No, I love Dodge. I think I graduated from Ford to Dodge. So now I think I prefer Dodge over Ford now. So
Are you familiar with Chevy at all? Nothing?
You're not trying to get a GT for the garage?
the Ford GT, I actually wasn't gonna get one, and they sold it, and I forget this. That's when I got the 488.
Which one were you looking at?
The Ford GT was a twin turbo Ford GT. Yeah, like man, it was sick. It was like, it was super sick. I didn't believe them, so they had the car. They like, we'll take 415. I was like, cool, let's do it. I don't know what it was. I think the next day, like I was still trying to like crunch numbers and figure this or that. Should I cash it out? Should I get a loan on it? What should I do? The next thing he calls me, he's like, hey, there's a buyer on it. He wants to send a deposit. Can you let us know by Friday? And it was like Wednesday, or it was like Thursday. The car's sitting a year. So I'm like, this motherfucker Saturday morning. I'm like, hey, let's do it. What's like the wire? And he didn't reply. Then Monday, no reply. Tuesday, I just felt like, I think I just texted like a bunch of question marks. And then he's like, hey man, sorry I've been off, but yeah, let's say the car's sold, we got a deposit on it. Like, fuck, like, but it was just not meant to be, whatever. Like I never really get mad at things like
In a week.
what?
So for all you know, that
yeah,
Sam's winning out of that car in a week.
probably. Who knows? But I was on the strength to delete it, make it all brand, lower it, put the wheels, like.
I still remember the first one I saw in person.
I've never driven one. Like, I just wanted it.
Yeah.
I never driven. I think most cars I buy, I don't think I ever drive them. Like, now that.
You be buying shit and you don't even know what it drives like?
No. It's weird.
I don't have that kid.
Yeah. It's weird because when I was younger, I would fucking fly places to drive them.
Right.
And I'm like,
That's what happened, man.
yeah, I gotta feel about. I remember, Turo sometimes they'll have cars like the nice shit, Like, let me rent this shit for 2 days and see if I like it.
We're like, let's try it out. Hey, we fuck with it. Let's go get it.
And I promise you're just wasting your time and money because if you already like it, you're gonna like it because your mind is gonna make you like it regardless.
The problem is I did that and then I didn't like it.
You didn't like it, so then
The whole internet told me it's the best car ever. So then I was like, okay, cool.
You know what's funny? That car is like, it's, I don't know, like in the, did you ever play like Need for Speed growing up?
Yeah.
That car was the shit in that game. Like, it was literally like the car.
It's a cool looking car.
It is.
This one was supercharged. It was like, I was like, this checked all the boxes. I bought it, drove up to San Francisco. We were to talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't even tell the story. But yeah, I went up there. I was like, this is sick. I'm so excited. I finally got into something like exotic.
Yeah.
And then got home and it's kind of like, what did I do? 4 months later, I'm selling it. And
So between that, because I'm half me, I'm like, no, I need to drive shit.
Yeah.
And half of me is like, what the fuck is
I think it depends on the level. I at least in like a V10, like RE V10, like when I'm getting,
You know, boy, center seats, because I actually wanted a McLaren too. And it was hard to fight for the Senna 6.5 LT, and I found mine and I wanted to go sit in it. And this was right after the 4GT, West Coast, had it. And yeah, that, my boy is Hunter over there. So it was between this and the Senna 6.5. And I told him, he was like, hey, I got the sick one coming in, Senna seats, roof scoop, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I just hate, because you know when you look at something, you already see like, I don't think I fit in that shit.
Bro,
you know?
absolutely.
And I was like, bro, I just sit in it. He's like, oh no, there's 2 versions. There's like a wider one and a closer one. I was like, let me just see, you know? And I sat in it, and just to get in, it was like a fucking like, I don't know if you've ever seen that, you watch Family Guy?
Fuck yeah.
Do you remember when Peter Griffin forgot to sit down?
Yeah,
He's just like, fuck, this is worse than that time I forgot to sit down. And he's staring at the couch. He just throws himself.
He just fucking drives it.
That's literally what I fucking felt like. I don't know.
You open the fucking door and you're like,
do I just throw myself in there?
where do I put my fucking hand? I'm gonna break something, bro.
It's a weird car to sit in.
I
Like,
can imagine. One look at the Senna seats and I was like, I could not do that.
yeah. So you got to do like the P1 seats, the Senna seats. Like for me, they would never work. I just got to do the I'm like, even though it's cheaper, I'd rather do it, which is just like the regular electric full luxury seats, you know.
How does resale value hold up those things? Like
The Senate seats, believe it or not, sell the most. If you don't have them, you're not gonna sell your car for what you probably pay.
it's fuck that.
That's weird, yeah.
Why am I having to fucking dabble in that shit?
Because that's the way to
hell
hell.
I fit in the Senate seat. I promise you that.
The Senna seat is just like
Like this fucking seat that I'm in right now.
You're not gonna hate it. I'm telling you.
But the only reason you'd actually want to use the Senna seat is if you're tracking the car.
Yeah.
Which we're not.
And to be honest, most likely that buy these cars, they're not gonna really track them.
Fuck. See now that's a really good topic. Is like I feel like a lot of people talk about like one of the biggest arguments or shit that we get is like we talk about a specific car, whatever make it is.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the track time.
Yeah.
No, but nobody even buys shit like this. Is tracking this shit.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying this shit. There might be, I would say, bro, 0.0004% of people track that shit.
For sure.
Compared it to like the mass majority of people who even can afford shit like this, they're not tracking that
And
shit.
if they're tracking seriously, they get a track car.
Yeah.
Like a specific track car and build it out.
They'll spend maybe 1/4 the money and get a sick track car that, you know, that'll shit on all these cars like map for the track. But yeah. And it's crazy because you like, let's just say like you post some shit and these fucking kids go on to comment, oh, but can it turn? Like that's one thing I like growing up I always dealt with, like, because I'm having Mustang and shit. Oh, well, can it turn? Can it do this? Motherfucker, I don't care if it can turn. Put the track on the front. I'm not tracking these freeways. There's not a circuit, bro. They go straight, and if I get on the unwrap, I might exit.
At max.
Yeah, at max. Oh, well, it doesn't handle this and that. I'm like, bro, like, first of all, like, what did Andrew Tate say? He's like, what color is your Bugatti?
Yeah, literally.
Whatever, yeah. So, like, what color is your car?
Literally.
Bro, and they'll fucking send you. I remember like, because I'll get into arguments. I'm pretty petty, so I'll get into arguments. So I
can't wait to see that.
What's your? And I'll be like, well, what fucking car do you have? And they'll send me some bullshit fucking car. Yeah, well, it does this and it does this. Like, end of the day, it's a fucking trash car, bro.
Bro, absolutely.
And they'll never understand. But
My dad has an F8.
Yeah, and bro, and even then, your dad's 65, bro, 31. Let's start there. But
Bro, it amazes me what it takes for someone to be on like a reel like that and like comment that type of shit.
yeah,
Like-
it's crazy. People like most times, like my own like friends, family, whatever, they'll tell me, bro, don't reply. Why pay them the attention? Like, you know, like, fuck no, I love this shit. But then like, they'll be like, bro, aren't you too rich to be fucking replying and doing this? Like, yeah, exactly. That's why I have the time to sit here and not do shit. I can literally just sit here all day and just talk shit to you.
I just made
You
it
know?
here in about 6 hours. And I'm gonna spend the rest of my time
and it's
fucking
like-
sitting there commenting,
Just trolling you.
Yeah, just trolling you.
Because a lot of these guys, they're trolls of their own until they run into like a troll that's like a troll for trolls, you know? And,
A troll for trolls.
you know,
Chamba lives under the bridge. He pops up ready to go. Smash
then-
with SPJ.
oh, well, I got into your head. I made you respond. Like, fuck, no, you didn't, bro. Bored as fuck, sitting in my mansion, chilling. I fucking, I just want to roast you, bro. I looked at your face and it was fucking easy as fuck.
Bro, it came in, you got 6 followers, and I'm sitting on some guy going,
Bro,
I'm gonna just
yeah.
do some shit.
Like, the car scene is super toxic like that. Because there's
Bro, it
guys.
used to not be that toxic, bro.
Yeah,
Like, even
internet.
bro, internet has fucking destroyed the community. Like, bro, like
It's probably gonna worse. It's always existed, but it's probably for sure gonna worse.
bro, absolutely. It's just the immediate access. Like, for example, having access to you already allows somebody that has like the envy or the buildup of hate,
Yeah.
can just spit it out and
Gives him a place.
So yeah, give them a place to put it on there. Because before you had to run into you on the street or do something like that.
Yeah.
Now you literally you post something, no matter what it is, you post like, oh, we're taking this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, hey, bro, fuck your SVJ.
Yeah,
And they're like,
exactly.
what are you going at me for that? Like, that's
Yeah.
fucking out of left field.
I agree for sure. It's a lot more toxic now, but it's always had its it's toxic shit in there because it's just like it's like high school, bro. You know, there's always gonna be people saying this and groups and this and like I think that's kind of why I stopped one of car mates because they just got to oh well, fuck this guy and fuck that group and this and that. Like, bro, I just want to come here and chill and race. Like, to me, it wasn't even about like owning car mates because I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hate car mates. I just like car mates. Like going to Supercar Sunday or whatever fucking it's called, Cars Coffee.
Yeah.
Boy, you literally go, you park, and you just stand there like a dumbass,
Sit like a dumb.
like looking around. Like, I'm not saying that's all you do, but like that's how I feel. And I might see like a couple cars I like.
You're a rally type of guy.
I didn't do rallies, bro. Like I actually want to start doing rallies, but I just want to go race. I want to see what these cars can do. I think that's what at least for me, what it was about. But
They're meant to be driven.
yeah,
That's the I think people
I think
forget
to me
that.
my fun was driving like to a meet point. You meet somewhere, all your boys, whatever, say cars, and then you drive to the car meet, and then you get to the car meet. But like the fun part was driving there.
Yeah.
Like at the car meet, I remember literally rolling it, parking my car, getting out, locking it, and going to eat, and coming back like an hour later. Like at least
was it. Yeah.
that was it. And there's nothing wrong with people that like it. There's people that love going around and seeing all these types of cars. To me, I wasn't like impressed by it. I understand the networking value of it, but even then, I just like, I don't know. Maybe I should start. Maybe I told myself I was gonna start doing it more often to maybe at least go network. But I don't
If you
know.
ever want to link up and do a drive to a car meet,
Yeah.
hit us up.
Yeah, no, for sure we're doing it.
By all means, too, like, I know you got a mass collection of whips. So if you're ever like, bro, I need the SVJ.
I
also need the Pista.
I need you to drive me.
I need you to take the Pista and just trail me. And then you're like, but I also need the wide body Urus there, too.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. She'll work.
We'll pull all wrench and just.
Yeah.
You get Eric or something.
That's literally that's us today. Like we're going on concert after this, and I'm taking the V and I'm taking the Ghost. I just got a new Ghost, so we're just taking both whips up, like me and a bunch of my boys, so we all fit comfortably.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's the dream, bro.
Yeah,
If you with your boys and be able to share that shit.
yeah.
That's the shit that really
Yeah,
Jake's doing here.
yeah.
It's part of the reason why we're even doing some of this shit is like literally I've known him for like 7-8 years now. And like all I want to do is just get to a point where him and I can just.
Trust me, it's dope, and it's cool to do it with people that you grown up with. Like, obviously, as you grow, you'll meet new people and you'll not talk to people you knew in your past. Eventually you outgrow people or whatever, or just there's different interests. Some people don't like, you know, I have a group of friends that I go on my sports show with, and I have a group of friends that I party with, and maybe both might not combine, right? You know, there's nothing wrong with it. So there's just some people that, well, I'm on this now, you know, it's a war, so I'm on this. So it's, you know, it's just part of life. But, you know, if you could have some people that, you know, we were doing this together, and then now we both got a fucking Lambo and a Ferrari, and now we're gonna go fuck each other. That's fucking amazing for sure. I agree.
We're driving down the highway and we're both in some supercar, whatever it is. So we got the windows down, we look over. It's just like, man, this is fucking best route. This is out.
Fast and Furious moment.
Over at the end. I look over like,
I'm literally riding a car.
like you are, dead ass. That's the
You guys have to do a Supra and a fucking Charger.
And do everything. Just pull it off.
We'll play the song and everything. Gives that time. Still here.
But yeah, that it'll work. But like, you know, just like I tell everyone, people always say like, "Oh, what did you do today?" Like, how do I do this? And I hate giving that advice because what I did probably might not work for you, or what you have done, or what you do, or what you like might not be what I like. You know, I just, you know, eventually you just find your own thing. You know, you just, like I said earlier, like R&D with what you're going through, and eventually you see what works, what doesn't, and double down. Double down. I think honestly, risk is a big thing. You know, like I said, I you know, I got my degree in accounting from Cal State. I could have technically gone and gotten an accounting job fucking somewhere, and, you know, and been miserable doing it. But there's guys that do that and they're happy, you know, because they like the safety of it or whatever. And I just, like, safety is cool in that aspect, but I just didn't want to do that because I knew if I wanted to do that, I eventually wanted to own where the fuck I was working. Mm-hmm. And I knew it wasn't going to happen overnight. It'll probably take 20, 30 years. And by then I'm like, bro, I'm going to be fucking 50. I finally got home, bro, and all my fucking flood years are gone. Like, I might buy an SVJ then, but
no titty SVJ.
It's like,
bro, fuck safety, all that shit. Like, exactly, that's what they're saying. Like, there's so many people that, like, they get bought into the fucking system where they feel like they're like, all right, I got this job, I'm getting paid just enough for, like, they're comfortable. I don't have that much stress and shit like that, bro. But you don't live a fucking life worth living if you just...
To me, that's stressful, bro. Like, let's say you work 7 to 5 or whatever, and there's people that like it day for 5 days straight. Like, you know, like, it's like, to me, like I said earlier, like, I thought that I have a problem with authority or whatever. I just have a problem with having to do something because I have to do it.
Not on your own terms.
Yeah. I wanna fucking write my own book and do what the fuck I want to do. I don't wake up at 7 a.m. today or at 4 a.m. and be on my fucking David Goggins shit and like work out and, you know, or on the fucking way at 4 p.m. bro, like,
you're not running at 5.
Yeah,
you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're not running at 5. You're a bitch. Like, that's what me hungry. The next day, wake up at fucking 2 hungover as shit and stay in bed all fucking day. Like,
what color is his SVJ?
Who?
David Goggins.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't think he cared about that.
No, I think so.
He's like a multi-millionaire.
He could for sure buy whenever he wants. He could. I'm totally joking.
Yeah. He's gonna come out like we don't all see your dad.
He's like, Supercar Connection. I'm not fucking buying this about his work.
You're not running out here with me. You're a bitch.
What color is your bank account? Mine's about 18 mil.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know, and honestly, I wish that I could be more, like, not into this shit, but I can't be. And I've tried, you know, like, I've been like, you know what, I'm just got one car. Like, realistically, if I can pick how I wanted it to be, I'd probably just have, like a little S580 and a car for my girl and, you know, a family SUV and my car, S580, and that's it. Not be into watches, not be into
social media,
not care about shit. Like, if I really wish I can be a certain way, I think that would be the way.
I'm a GC3.
Yes,
I wish I didn't care.
Yeah,
I wish.
But it's like it's like a fucking disease. Like,
it is, bro. It bites you, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I got this, but I can get this. And let's keep fucking pushing.
It's like I said, I feel like I need it so bad.
Yeah,
bro, not even because of anyone else. Literally, just
Like, to me, like, I've had people tell me like, oh, bro, like, you don't have to be spending to show off and that. Like, bro, I'm not showing off to anyone. Like, I truly, like, I'll post it because whatever I post, it's cool. But I truly don't care to show off, to show people, you already got this, I just got that, I got that. I'll post it, it's good, it's great content, but whatever, they can be like amazing or they can be like, that's just gay. I'm not gonna care. You know, I didn't get it for them, I got it for me. But I wish I didn't. I wasn't like that. You know, but I am. You know,
I think
I'm addicted to that shit.
Bro, likewise. I'm in the same shit with you. I get like, I'm very like, I don't understand the word. I don't get like complacent, but I'm very like goal oriented. It's like I start getting something, I start fantasizing. I'm like, I want this. I get the shit. I'm kind of over it. I'm like, let's get the next thing and like, keep pushing like that. But there's nothing wrong with that because you can't, I don't think you would be here if you didn't have that inside of you.
Probably so. And it's great you say that because I was actually having a convo with one of my boys and he's like, bro, what are your expenses on money? Like, expenses are probably fucking crazy. And I put it this way, I don't even know what my expenses are on money because I don't care. Exactly. I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna make more and I'm gonna still have, you know, I'm still gonna be
focus on making money.
Yes.
Focus on bringing.
I don't care about fuck. Well, I gotta pay this month. This is not like I just care about how the fuck do I make enough to where I can do whatever I want, and that's my goal. Like that's just how I operate. And I thought like I did some numbers in my head. And I'm like, man, that's just crazy. like you know, but I didn't tell myself like, well, I'm gonna sell my cars now. You know, I don't fucking care.
You did the numbers good.
Yeah. What is the lineup right now?
The full fucking lineup
For the dude that's driving to work right now in the morning, and he's like, who is this guy and what's in his driveway?
You're looking at
you see, we got two.
Yeah.
Got the Titty SVJ and the 488 pizza is then right outside the door.
So this is me, Jay. This one has a full Novatech kit. So it's a full carbon kit and it has a full F1 package from Dentani. So this one probably has like 125 into it. So that's just like the car plus, like all my cars they're not stock. They don't stay stock.
No, they're Trumpified.
Yeah, they all have something done to it.
Absolutely.
And you realize like when you get these exotics, like it gets more and more like I went from having a bolt-on Mustang, which you probably spend like $4 or $5K on it max, to now you're spending $100K minimum to make it nice. You know?
You can't get an exhaust for that price.
Bro, exhaust like 15, 20K.
Yeah, bro.
You know, I think the F1 package is like 25 with the two. I don't know. But it's worth it. You know, like to me, they're boring without it. So we have the SVJ. Luckily, the 480, this shit came done like HRE wheels, lowered tints, tube exhaust. Like it's done. Like you hear the turbos pull up, but I'm probably gonna just get upgraded turbos anyway. Just put big turbos in there.
Might as well.
Just because I don't like buying something and saying, oh, like this is someone else's touch in it. Like fuck that. I'll put my touch, you know. So I have that. I have the Escalade V, which is to me that's like the perfect date. You can pick one car. That's like low key is probably the perfect one.
It's a beast.
It's a beast. Yeah, it's sick. It's just comfortable. Yeah. I have the
I'll sleep on the company guys. They're always like, why do you like your G so much? I'm like, bro, there's something about just getting in a comfy, nice one that can be able to push this thing. You just get fucking like crap. I'm like, bro, I don't want that every day.
Yeah.
There's something about just
the G-Wagon's sick. What I'm saying, like I love the G-Wagon. So I have a 4x4. And that one has like a $200,000 kit on it. It's a Robus 700.
that was my favorite line. I mean,
it's a good base rod. Like I fucking know that car. I have
Tradition, the Demon.
The Demon. I have the Urus, and that Urus has like a wide body kit on there with the full 1016 wide body kit, Article wheels.
Shout out, Vic.
Yeah, Vic, the homie. He does all my builds. He did this one. He did 4x4. He's actually doing so I got a 24 Rose black badge. We're doing a mastery kit on there, and I don't know if there's a mastery kit in the US right now on the Ghost. That's like the full kit. They have the full kit and the soft kit. I just did the full kit. I'm like, I saw that car maybe like 2 years ago.
Is that interior as well?
No, I'm not doing just outerior. Because to me, I rather see RR than mastery.
Right.
To me, like RR is way more valuable than mastery.
Absolutely.
But a mastery kit is at the end of the day, it's a fucking kit.
Yeah.
You know? So we're doing the full exterior, front bumper, rear bumper, lights, spoilers, side skirts, the wheels. The wheels are fucking, they're like $13,000 worth. Insane.
That's just gonna be far.
But like to me, it's like I need to do that. If I don't do that, I won't be happy. And I can easily say,
There's been other.
nah, I just drive it normal, I will be chill, and I'll be fucking pissed. Like in like a month, but let's just say I see it on the road or something. Like I'll be like, I should have done it. You know, and to me, it's like if I think about it, I'm gonna do it. So I don't want to say I'm gonna do it. Like no, I didn't think about it. It's like I'm gonna end up doing it anyway. So.
Do you feel like that shit pushes you? Like your desire to be able to be like the first person that has a full manager kit on your fucking, is it pushing you to like, all right, let me get up and hustle like next couple fucking days to make this shit happen?
No, I don't think so, because I don't really care about being like the first to do it. I just care about like doing it, and if I don't do it, but I thought about it, I know it's just be in my head like, should have done it. Like see one, be like, I fucking told you you should have done it. Like, but I'm pretty sure you won't see one. But let's just say I did, and I didn't do it. I'd be very upset. Yeah, but yeah, I think it does. It motivates you to, you know, be able to, like, it's not like I just do things to do them. Like, I'll think about it. I'll be like, fuck, what expenses do I have coming up, or that I had? Like, I'm not on that level yet where I can just be like, buy whatever the fuck I want, you know? Like, I still have to think about things. Like,
right.
Is it smart to do this? And to be honest, none of this is smart, but I don't know. Like, I just, if I ever want to sell it, I always had amazing luck selling shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I still have like 12 technically, but we're probably going to sell it this week or next week. And, you know, I'm probably I put in maybe like 100K into it, and I'm probably losing all the money I spent, like 50K, but I drove it for a year. So,
Yeah,
you know, I'm renting 12 for a year, it's going to be way more than 50K. 100%.
What would you pick, 812 or the SVJ?
SVJ, like, you can't beat it.
So I wanted to ask you about the SVJ because like the SVJ seems like one of the hot cars.
Yeah,
of the last like 10 years, 2
If
years.
you're him, like that's
If you're him, it's an SVJ.
Yeah.
And like, we've talked to a couple people with SVJs at this point, and it seems like there's a common theme of how people feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the SVJ for you? How does it make you feel? Like, what do you like about it? What do you maybe not like about it? And what is it about this that you're like, that's the one?
I think it's just like I tell people, like I've been asked this a few times, like, you know, by guys we're looking to buy or that are gonna buy, but they just ask you about shit. To me, it's like a statement car, but it's not like a hypercar price point. It's still somewhat attainable. 800. To me, it's just like a big statement piece. Like like you said, like if you're him, you have it, and if you're not, then you fucking have an SB or some shit. I don't know. So like you know me, I just like throw my petty SB shots in there. You know,
We're like weirdly, don't be SE fans, but
so the thing is, to me, and it's like in anything, like guys will get an SB and they'll be like at the yellow fucking, you know, dash, you know, and I'm like, why didn't you get it? You know, like that shit is like be honest about it and say you couldn't afford it, or you could have afforded it, but you've been uncomfortable and you got an SB or whatever the fuck you did. You got an Ultimate or whatever.
you want me to be honest real quick?
Yeah.
Because we both share this opinion.
Yeah.
So I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So like, that's just a watch.
Yeah.
You put them side by side, the same spec.
Yeah.
I actually like the SV more.
Really? You have to drive it.
I would see
He doesn't drive it.
that.
purely on the looks.
Yeah.
I like the SV.
I like
this shit looks 10 times more.
Trust me, I like the SVJ.
Yeah.
This is too.
Don't get it twisted.
This is too rounded.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we had we could pull up the fucking, like, the front
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
If you look at the front end of this, how everything comes to a complete round.
Yeah.
The SB, everything is, like, angled. Everything has fucking sick-ass angles. So the bumper even comes up and cuts up like this.
Yeah, it does.
So the arrow is 10 times more aggressive
Yeah.
looking than this is more rounded.
For sure. I like this. I'm not gonna lie. I like the SB. I like it.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. No, I don't. I get it.
We're just like in the minority of people that are like, if like I actually I'm a huge SV fan.
The way I see it is like, you go check in a hotel, right? There's like a base room, then there's like a junior suite, and there's a fucking penthouse. And you can spend the same amount of money for all three. Which one are you going to stay in?
Definitely.
The penthouse, you know? But it doesn't work out that way, you know? But you could do it, and to you it's just like, whatever, another, just say your payments are like a couple $1,000, your down payment's higher, or you're just spending more money on a wire. That's the way I see it. It's like, I like at least
Side of things.
package, you know, because I just want it, you know, like I want the top thing.
But you're talking about 700 bands.
Yeah.
What's the difference between 80 bands, 100 bands?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think,
Is it true? And it's a 200 band. So 500 to 700?
it's about let's just say like 550 to 650 to 800.
I think one of the bigger things too is with the SVJs, they like opened up the customization book.
Yeah.
The SVs are pretty like,
Here's
here's the interior, here's the exterior.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of ad persona.
And there's there's less SVs too. I think the Roadsters are, I don't know, I think it's like 400 or 300.
That's what we were talking. We're like, there's fucking less
There's less SVs.
So like, that adds on to it. We're like, fuck,
Yeah.
we should get the SV.
Value wise, I think it's always going to be its own value category, but the SVJ, I think ultimately it's always going to be, whatever that is going to be a little more. Even though there's more or less, there's always going to be like the guys out there that they're going to just be like, I'd rather have the SVJ, you know.
They're not going to be able to buy what they want, not to get the SV.
But I don't care what people think.
Absolutely.
But care about this kid. But if I said, bro,
But if you get this shit, I'm definitely coming back.
Driving an SVJ is like standing in the penthouse, like overlooking the city.
that's what I see. That's what I
respect it.
What about the actual like driving experience?
it's sick. Like the only complaint I have with Aventador is the Bluetooth. They don't have fucking Bluetooth, and you're spending $700K bro that on Bluetooth. You have it's so much shit about Bluetooth. No, bro, you have to do a CarPlay. So you plug it into the car, you plug it to your phone, and then it connects, and you can play whatever you have. The Apple Play, CarPlay, whatever it is. But if you don't plug it in, you don't have Bluetooth. So car, you literally have to be plugged into the car to be able to do that. I don't know why they do that. To me, it's like, this doesn't make no
It seems like the most. It's got to be like a manufacturing thing that like that we don't. It's above our fucking.
Even from 2012, and then they're like, we can't redesign this infotainment. So this is the same one.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I hope the what's called the Muerto, I hope that has it.
100% it will have.
You will have it once you get. I was surprised
At a time,
I would like I would be surprised.
I like slightly wouldn't be surprised, but also would be surprised.
I ordered one of those, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. Like I'm still undecided. I might just get it, you know, put some wheels, maybe send it into Moto Kit or whatever after it. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I that they're gonna be out, but the guys I know, they're like, they know it's gonna be out, so they're saying December, January, they'll probably start getting the first ones in, and I was like number 2 in line to get it at the dealership order there from. So if I get it, great, but I'm not like in a rush for it, because I wouldn't sell me as a J for it, you know, because it's like, let's say you go back in time, you see like the old Michelle Go SBs and all that, like, you know,
Fuck yeah,
bro, you're not gonna sell, like, maybe at the time,
Over $1 million?
bro, that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. But at least we kind of seen what happened last time. I think with this, it being like electric V12, I think this has it's like the true nice V12 SVJ. Yeah, they made the Ultimate, but to me, that's just kind of whack. Like, it doesn't look aggressive.
Ultimate is a weird value proposition.
Bro, they should have like an SVJ, I don't know, something on top of SVJ.
Yeah.
Whatever it could have been, like the Ultimate, fuck you to like everything.
The SVJ Ultimate.
Yeah, so whatever Ultimate, yeah, the SVJ Ultimate, that would have been fucking amazing. But, you know, they wanted to keep it like comfortable car, not really track, whatever. I honestly don't know.
I think it's like, what I've heard is it's basically just the SVJ without all the aero stuff.
Yeah, Yeah, but like to me, it's like look.
Why would you?
Yeah,
Makes the fucking
yeah.
cars.
I rather take the looks, you know. Like,
Fuck
yeah,
Especially on
hot day.
So even the horsepower, you're not talking about any crazy
I
difference.
mean, why we walked by those Ultimates today, and like I didn't realize they were Ultimates until later. I just thought they were SS.
Yeah, they're doctors, though. They're
You seen Shallow Hal,
Shallow Hound?
the movie?
No, I haven't.
You ever seen that guy? Okay, maybe I'm too old. But basically, have you anyone see that? No.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but basically, this guy who was not shot with Beagles based off of like how they are as a person, not on how they look. So in that movie, like all the hot girls are ugly, and not all girls look wise
Right.
are hot.
Right.
So that's what I feel when I say to me. Like Labo wanted us to feel like Shallow Hal, like you know, and like it's the last of the last, but it doesn't look any fucking better,
Right.
You know, and that's I was like,
That's a fucking really good word.
yeah.
This is a little bit like kind of going back to like talking about like getting rid of the SVJ. How do you feel about the Ferrari 458 as a car?
458, it's sick. They have what's it called, the Especial or whatever.
Yeah, no special. But
Yeah.
there a vibe to it, like the SVJ. Like for example, if you had one, would you get rid of it if you couldn't?
To this, like these were almost 900K a mil, maybe something.
That shit was pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah. They seemed to. They honestly, and they were pushing a bill.
Yeah, and they dropped, but just because they did it already, you'll know it'll do it again at some point. Like, might not be next year, might not be 2 years.
Except for the Ultimate, I don't know if those are popping on their million.
See, so that car, that one came out. They offered me as what they're like, if you buy this right now, we'll get you a brand new Eurosat sticker. And I was like, I was in the math in my head. The sticker was like $550. So I was paying essentially to just say 400, 350 over, right? That's a big over. That's a huge over.
Fuck you.
Like even the GT 3RS isn't that much over, you know. And that one was, I think, a better investment.
Absolutely.
So,
If you know Porsche fans, bro, are you kidding me? They'll fucking kill some.
bro, kill someone for that car. You know, like,
Trust me,
insane.
we get enough of that bullshit on our page.
Yeah. Porsche fans, yeah, it's like, it's a cult almost, you know? She drives that. But I drive that shit. I like it. I wanted the GT. I was just like, you don't need this shit. It's that like,
And you're like, I know what the fuck.
it's a badass car, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with all this? And then I have a Urus and
You go scratch the fucking rim.
yeah,
It's this shit.
exactly. So it was the same car, and I had the V coming at the time, so I was like, I already have like the fast, you know, SUV coming in, and you know, so but I don't think I actually I have a GT QRS order. If this dealer gets another allocation, I'm the next one to get it. I already sent my spec in. Yeah, no, the black wheels. I don't like that red shit yet.
Guards are in it.
Yeah,
Fucking so obsessive.
They'll
pay you
never, yeah.
100 over what you paid just to get there now.
I can, like, if I get it, they give me my order, I know I can sell it for 120 over easy.
Easy.
But I really want.
Fucking it. We had one of when we first started, one of our friends that got one at fucking, I forgot what.
200 over.
It was raw. Honestly, I think he got it for nothing crazy. I think at the time he got on the right there coming out. I want to say, bro, he got it for like maybe 40 over, 50 over.
Oh, shit.
Right when they were popping.
Yeah.
Like before 20 years, right? He got it, drove it like I think maybe 1,500 miles, and then they paid him 40 over what he had paid him the 40 to get it back to sell it to somebody else.
And 120.
So I didn't even know what the fuck they made on that
Yeah.
shit. They did that.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know if you guys are like lifetime, I don't know what they call them, VIPs or whatever. Like the guys that got the 918s and all that shit. They have like the best plug. They literally put an order in. Cool, no mark. Some dealers are cool, some dealers aren't. Some might give it to you. Like, I think they should do it to you a sticker, because that's like, bro, like, this motherfucker has every Porsche out, you know, like, come on, like, he's loyal. He's loyal to you guys.
Hook 'em up.
Hook him up. Yeah, get it to my sticker. You guys online, they'll like roast. Oh, fuck Porsche. They try to get me for this. I just spent 500K on them in the last 2 years, whatever, you know. So I don't know. I think even that in the car scene, was that car with like in the dealership scene? They'll call it
The selling scene.
the selling scene. That's like that's fucked up to me. Like, you know, you get a guy that comes in, he pays over the first time, he maybe gets another car, and he tries to get another one, and you guys are like, I feel that Dodge should have came out and said, if you own a Demon right now, you can buy this at sticker. Like, to me, that's dope. That's like some shit that everyone's gonna want to be a client, a fan of, you know. But you come out and just say, hey, we're just kidding about the last demon. We're making one special demon for our last fucking school raw demon. Yeah. And then they just said that they're not going to do the all that electric. By 2030, they would be 100% electric. They push that shit to like 2040.
Bro, it's fucking impossible.
Yeah.
There's no way in fucking any sense that they're going to be all electric, bro. Because think about it. People sitting in this room will never fucking let that happen.
Yeah.
There's too many enthusiasts and fanatics to let that shit happen.
I had heard something that electric cars waste more energy, and it's like that energy is worse for the planet than emissions are. I don't know if that's true.
I think I've heard the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's the way the raw materials are needed to build the car, the way that you like mine those raw materials is worse for the planet than just driving a fucking normal car.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe this.
I heard
because I know I'm gonna get quoted, and someone's like, "This kid's a fucking."
someone's gonna come out and shit. Like, this motherfucker is on Wikipedia looking shit up.
That's right. Go back to your Civic, bro.
Yeah.
Only time.
Yeah.
No, 100%. But I think that's what it is. It's some bullshit like that. But it's impossible, bro. No matter like even I think California they passed a law that like you cannot sell gas cars in a certain year.
By 2025, they said. And they pushed it.
Yeah, they have to keep pushing it because the closer you get, like it's impossible.
Every car sold has a 0.5% tax.
They'll just keep pushing.
They're stupid, but it's impossible. There's too much money in the game for them to not benefit from.
I seen a funny meme that was you seen Mad Max with Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
And it's like him with a fucking in the desert, and he's like in a fucking sick ass monster truck that like drives, and it's like 8 hours or whatever. So like that's probably gonna be us, you know, like
Bro, fuck yeah.
Right.
We're gonna have that beast up Escalade B with and everything. We're gonna be just fucking pushing from place to place. That's what they're stopping. They're not fucking stopping.
Yeah, you know.
Bro, absolutely.
You just got this Pista. 2 weeks ago, you said?
Like 2 weeks ago, yeah.
How's that, man? Like, what do you like about that? Because you said you love driving. Like, it's got a good feel,
Bro, like the A12 and this one, they just drive amazing. Like you can just drive it anywhere you're gonna be comfortable. The SVJ, I actually drove it yesterday. I was probably drove an hour there, an hour back.
You were by that in the woods. One going south.
Yeah.
I saw your story. I was like, so you can push it up.
Yeah, I put up to RDB and just driving there, bro. Like back was hurted, like you know, and that doesn't happen in the 488 or the 12. And then the J is just, you know, it's just a more compact car. It's like, you know, it's
I pay for it. You know?
Yeah, you're like, oh, should I sit like this, sit like this, like, you know, and you know, I can't complain though. Fuck, I'm lucky enough to have it, so I can't like. If they ask me,
It's all relative.
I'll trade it out. I'll trade it out. You know, a BM sees this, they'll see this car and they'll be like, I want to drive it, and then you ask, well, you're willing to get a little bit of back pain? Hell yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit back pain. I'll bring my back lung in there, you know.
We were actually in Dallas not too long ago, and we got a Ferrari home for the weekend, and it probably was, bro, no lie, the worst fucking car I've ever drove.
I heard that car is it's comfortable.
It's literally dog shit. Like, I can't explain.
Your head hits like the roof and all that, right? It's like,
bro, the infotainment is horseshit. But then what the fuck? I'm gonna get this. So you have a center. Okay, so you know how like this has like that center console with the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, they have the same setup. Okay, but when you plug in a CarPlay, instead of the CarPlay going here, it goes straight up right on your fucking speedometer. But it takes out everything you have, RPMs, gears, and everything. It takes all that shit away. So all you're looking at is your fucking maps.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to drive the car manually. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro, how would they do a design like that? And I look over and it's just this GPS on the center screen. It's the same. And I'm like, and then on top of that, I'm like, okay, the car's meant to be a cruiser. I'm not comfortable. The car, and it's supposed to be like half cruiser, half supercar. It's not powerful. It don't drive nice.
Yeah.
It's not a cruiser. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
It's, trust me, bro. It's like the worst fucking car ever.
Yeah. I couldn't maybe guess that.
You share the same experience?
Yeah, dude. It's like, it's not great to being comfortable. It's not great to being fast and fun. So like, what do you?
Yeah,
you doing? You want to get this car?
Like I'm willing to sacrifice something. It's fucking something, you know. Like,
Yeah, super fast.
Yeah.
This just does neither of them well.
Yeah.
Is there anything on like in your
Houston from Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, it was right away from buying it, and we had already worked it up. I was gonna go like about it like I don't know for like a week, and I probably didn't know. You know, I already posted it. Just like I had so many people telling me like, bro, you don't have to deal with this. Like the service is doing right now, it's like $20K and this and that. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't do like 500K.
That was half a million.
I'd probably say 500K on it. But the payment, if I did all the math right, I couldn't afford 1.2 at one shot. So I was putting like 700K down. But instead, I kept my watch at the time and I got an SBJ. So cool. It's not a bad thing, but I think that's one car that I'm like, you know what? I might get that shit one day or another. You know, I can get it now. I like the Veyron more than the Chiron. The Chiron, remember that's what you called it? The top of the line. The
tape one.
I think it's like,
Or two a little bit. He likes
Dude, I love the Maybach.
I thought you like the Chiron Chris Horn.
I like the Chiron.
only pick one. I'll pick the Pure Sport for sure. But the way I see it, like you're spending with it, and to me growing up, that was like, bro, like, you know, I'm from the hood, so like,
Growing up, like you used to think about that car. It was
the only-
untouchable realm.
Yeah.
And then getting older, then all of a sudden, like
all those songs.
Ace
you know, like you want to hear
that
it.
music video is hard as fuck too. Everybody watch that interview. It's just hard.
So I think you asked me earlier, like, what was my first like big purchase? I'm sorry, I just ramble. Like, I'm right here, I'm right there, like, with the sense of love, I can tell you.
We're the same.
So, yeah, so my first big purchase, you know, at the time, I think, growing up in the hood, where you're from, there's certain cars that like, catch your attention, right?
The foot culture type shit.
Exactly. So, at the time, I think what was big was Meek Mill. And I remember Meek Mill, all his songs were riding around with a ghost. And his post, he was like literally standing on the hood of his ghost. And then he'd be sitting on an Aventador with the floors up, shit like that. And I want to say within a 2 or 3 month span, I bought my Ghost first. I bought a 2015 Ghost. Yeah, it was a 2015. So I had at the time I had the newer headlights. 2015 Ghost, and you know I was fucking happy with that shit. And then I was riding a real exotic. So it rolls this. It's exotic, but it's not like a supercar exotic, and nothing else than Aventador. So I bought an Aventador. It was like a 2013. So I got a 14. So those were like my 2 first like big purchases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like big boy whips that you drive anywhere, you're gonna just kind of stand out. You know, and
Who was this? How back? This was like back in 20.
this was like, I was probably like 25, 26. I'm 31 now, so it was like 6 years ago. But like, you know, fast forward to today, and I still have an Aventador, just a lot better than I have the Ghost, which is the brand that goes black back. You know, so it's like you're always attracted to certain cars. Those cars, like I saw the Demon. You know, I've always been attracted to muscle cars. Yeah.
So, kind of wrapping up here, we ask everybody 3 questions to kind of wrap up and fucking conclude everything. Most overrated car, most underrated car, and underrated cars.
Underrated.
Doesn't have to be what you own, like just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
the entire spectrum of whatever, bro.
Um,
And for you, it could be muscles, whatever you think. When you think of underrated, you're like, why the fuck is no one talking about that? Whatever you think it is.
Underrated. Damn. I would say underrated at the time when I got it. I only can go based off of my experience. So at the time I got it was a TRX, and I probably had one of the first ones that came out, and I was like, bro, this shit's amazing. It's like
That's a good answer.
it's a fucking Hellcat, but like an off-road Hellcat that you can use for anything in the world. It's as fast, you know, you can run anything over, you can go off-roading. Like, if zombie apocalypse happens, that's the car you want to have. You know,
That's a good answer.
You know?
I fucking love those cars.
Like maybe the Raptor R, like I would say it's probably the same thing, but at the time, the TRX was just coming out, and no one was really big on it. Now
Person
you
that
see them
fucking-
everywhere.
They're supposedly not going to make them anymore, too.
Yeah, I think this last year is the last year, which, you know, like I've had 2. I got it the first year they came out, sold it, and then I had the Baja Edition, the gas truck.
Most overrated car.
Overrated.
Yeah, what's the most overrated car on the market?
Damn. Any Camaro, really? Nah, I was like, probably. Fuck, I don't know. That's tough.
The ultimate.
Yeah, probably.
Probably if there's like levels of being overrated. Maybe the C8 Z06 I would consider overrated by the price that you're paying, because you can't get it for like there was like 100K over on it. Now it's like 80. Now it's like 50. So to me, it's like
I got mine no markup, G.
your C8.
It's my Z06.
You see it? Okay.
I got my shit no markup.
No market, so that's perfect.
That
so I'm
shit
going
is-
based
okay.
off of
Okay, that's
overage.
fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair. As soon as you
So
said that,
if
I was
it's
like, yo,
best
dog,
bang
you
for
gonna-
it, bro, I'll
you-
spend that shit all day. But to spend 100K over,
I got my shit at West Coast too.
yeah,
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
That white. I don't know if they had a white with like that baby blue, all baby blue interior.
Okay.
Baby blue. Bro.
okay. So like to me, that's perfect. But you're spending like a crazy over. To me, I just don't see like I'm going overrated by markup.
Yeah, people dropping 200K.
It
plus
ain't
on
worth
those.
200K.
Yeah.
It ain't worth 200K.
So that's why I see it, because I already know what it would do eventually. Overrated by like MSRP, like no over, no under.
We think mostly like for us, like just to kind of give you like a baseline, like mainly like the Porsches, like a 911 Turbo S is like my car that I think is fucking
Overrated?
Yeah, bro.
Damn. I don't know. I can't say I agree or I disagree. Maybe at sticker. What's the sticker on it? Like 200?
No, bro. Stickers.
Turbo S?
Stickers
Turbo
like
S.
250,
260,
no? 260, yeah.
260.
You can get them
I
motherfuckers
think
up
they
to like
started like
280.
240. I think.
And then
they
you
started.
get like a couple options and you're at like 270.
Only reason I can't fully agree is because sometimes those shits still go for fucking
Porsche
like 10
is-
years later.
because
One
they're
thing I can
overrated.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're fucking
The baby.
bro.
If
enough idiots that like the
if we
fucking
put it,
car,
if we put
bro.
it in those terms, if we put it in those terms, I would say okay, yeah, they're overrated because they have like I don't know, driver to car experience is that 911 Turbo S, and you ask a lot of people that they have like all these cars, like they have an SVJ, they got pieces, they got fucking Turbo S, and they'll tell you, oh well, Turbo S is my favorite car to drive. They'll say that legit. They'll say
bro.
that.
I'll take it 7
But
days out of the
I
week.
don't truly think they would say or whatever. But ain't no way in hell I'm saying fuck my SVJ. I'll take a Turbo S. Like
Absolutely.
no way. But damn, I don't know. They were getting charged like 50, 60 over.
Yeah.
But fuck, if that's the case, like right after COVID happened, there was fucking Honda Civics going for 20K over. You
Yeah,
know?
where you get a Nissan Z 400Z was up. I think I saw one like at 100 bands. I was like, this is
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous. This guy
Yeah,
shit
it's
has
crazy.
gone out of hand.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. I don't know. That's a hard question because I feel like I've made like smart choices with most of my cars. If I had to say, and I know there's a lot of classic car lovers out there, and to be honest, like I want a '59 Impala and all this shit. You know, like is not like fully custom done to like today's. You know, like
Like a rest of them out, yeah.
yeah, fully resto mod and all that. I think that's overrated. Like, because I've had two, and I'll tell you right now. Wait, I've had three. I'm sorry, I've had three. I had a '67 Eleanor, I had a '70 Charger RT, and I had my Chevelle, and I can never enjoy that. And to me, that's just overrated as fuck. You're spending 6 figures on these cars, and you have, unless it's done like Kevin Hart's. Like Kevin Hart is a good example. He has like crazy ones, and they're done amazing. But he's spending like
Bands.
400K.
Fuck
You know,
Full
so
resto mod.
I think overrated. Any classic car that you're not spending big bread on, to me, that's just overrated. And the most overrated, I would say, is anyone that's like driving a piece of shit and they're like, oh, well, you have payments on your car. I have my pink slip. I'm like, motherfucker, no one wants your pink slip. You know, like, I don't like, I wouldn't
My
want
payment's
that
worth more than
My
your
payment's
payment.
worth, yeah, exactly, bro.
And like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I have a few cars that I have finance, that I have payments on, and I have a few cars that I've leased, and I have a few cars that I've cashed out. It just really depends what makes sense
There's
for
nothing
anyone at
wrong
the
with
time.
No, not
you
at
know,
all.
and there's a lot of guys that are out there and they'll say, oh well, you gotta cash these cars out. Like, trust me, motherfucker, like you know what I can do with this much money, extra money. I think one thing was like 100 down, 5K a month, something like that, right? I've had a few of those, like, you know, throughout my times of owning exotics. So 100K down, 5K a month, whatever, super doable. The car, let's just say it's worth 400K. So now 400K, 100 down. Now I only owe 300 plus the taxes or whatever it is on it. That 300K that I didn't just drop out of my pocket, which I could, that 300K, now I can easily go and gamble, bet on this team, bet on that team, bet on this for the next month, right? And I'll make maybe $100,000-$200,000 compared to if I just spent all that money. Now I gotta go grab money. I don't like it. Just depends how you see it.
No, 100%.
The way I see
You're
it is
leveraging
like
that cash.
Cash is, like, to me, cash is
Fuck yeah.
king. Why am I gonna spend $400,000 on a car that's gonna sit in my garage? Like, you know, I'm not going to car meets. I'm not going to racing. I'm just driving it to one. I pick a car one day and I'll drive that car. You know, so some people, they're just like, well, you can't afford your car. Like, bro, my watch is worth more than these cars if I really put in that perspective. I can't finance this watch. Like, I own the watch. You know, I can cash these cars if I want. But people don't think like that. Like, I can go buy a fourplex with $500,000, $1 million cash. Buy it, take a loan out on what I just bought, and go and do it again and just keep redoing it and making 20K a month on it. So a lot of people, they what do you call it? Their parents have told them something, and you know, and they just live by it, but they don't know because they never do it. They're just talking because they were educated that way.
Yeah, and they think that for their world, they think that that's the right way to go, but they don't understand there's more than one way to skin a cat. And that if
there's
you know
there's
what
a
you're doing,
million ways to make money right nowadays, and if you don't know money, bro, it's hard to make money. You're literally, you know, you're buying something to sell it, you're buying that to sell it, to flip and do this, and eventually you'll get somewhere. Like, that's how I started. You know, I had no money. I just started flipping what I could, and now I know by having money, I can make more money very easily. So I rather have than to, well, I got my title, motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, like, to me, it's cool. I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten cars that have been amazing deals, but they only wanted to get cashed out. No loans, no nothing. I need the money right now. I have the title, but I'll give you a good deal. What's a good deal? 50K. I might do that.
because then you can drive the shit, probably either make bands or you literally just.
Bro, I've done that with a few cars where I cashed it out, drove it for a whole year, sold it for like 60K more than I paid, just because I cashed it out. But some cars, you're not gonna do that. Like,
It's all case scenario based.
bro, this Ghost I just got, the sticker's like 470. If I drop 470 on it plus taxes, just say it's 500K. Drop 500K on it. I want to sell that shit in a year. I'm not getting fucking 500K, bro. I might get 380, 350. You know, take 150K L for what? So I can tell these motherfuckers online, oh, I bought this shit cash. Like, you know, I don't give a fuck about that.
Fuck all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So 3-car garage, that's all you get.
I was telling him, I was like, for him, it might be difficult, but you only get 3 whips.
Or it could be easy because, like, he knows what he can whittle it down to.
Yeah.
What, like,
Anything.
No budget.
No
If you
budget.
wanted to
no budget.
choose a
It's
Bugatti
whatever
or a
Chamba
Pagani.
wants in here.
but
only 3 whips.
Do I have
only get
kids?
3.
Like, do my kids exist right now, or
Fuck, see,
that's
what I'm
good,
saying. See, the boundaries of the question. All right.
You're like,
25-year-old Chamba, single, no kids, 3-car garage. Rip it.
Fuck, that's tough. Now I just got all supercars, you know. Like,
What would it be? What would be the dream supercar lineup?
I'd have a Koenigsegg for sure. That's like, I think that's like one car I've just, you know, you just gotta have. I gotta have some type of Rolls in there. I don't know if I'm gonna have a Cullinan, a Phantom, or a Ghost, but just say one of the 3. You know,
That's the daily.
that's like the cruiser. Mm-hmm. Fuck, last one. Damn, I don't know. That's tough.
Those Phantom seats are comfortable.
Yeah,
Like a motherfucker.
It's crazy.
I don't know. Probably a Bugatti. Just, you know, just because it is what it is. You know, it's you can't argue that. You know, it's a
I
Bugatti.
respect that.
Which one? The Veyron? The Chiron?
The Pure Sport
Pure
for
Sport.
sure. Just it's
In
just like-
copper? with the red calipers.
Nah, I'm getting my shit all red.
All
Yeah.
red. All red. First, all red.
Red
bro.
outside, red inside, red calipers, black wheels. That's just
Yeah, that'd be clean.
the Chamba spec.
Hell yeah, bro. Chombified.
I think those are like my with those 3 cars, I'd be chill at 25, but fuck, I'll give you a list if I had kids and family and all that. Like Koenigsegg,
Still,
Urus, fuck, the V, maybe the Cadillac V.
I respect that.
all
Those
right.
are just like, you just want to have something chill that's sick, but like no one really knows it's sick. And then you want
It's a sleeper car.
Yeah.
You just pull up to it and you're like, you see the gold, like yellow V on the side. You're like, oh shit, no, this ain't what I think it is.
Yeah. And then, bro, the Koenigsegg's like fucking Koenigsegg in the day.
Yeah.
It's just fucking.
You whip
The
that
Urus
everywhere.
over like a G63 or even like the Brabus you got outside.
The reason I say it is because end of the like to me, I love the 4x4. I love the G63s. I love the Brabus 800. I had a Brabus 800. I love all those cars. Don't get me wrong, and someone told me this, and I thought about it when he told me. I was like, "Fuck, you're right. You are like it's really true. The truth. End of the day, you can put whatever the fuck you want. A Benz is still a Benz. A Lambo is still a Lambo, and that's the way I see it.
I respect that.
And I'm telling you as an owner of both. Like I've had 2 G-Wagons. I've had 3 Uruses. I just like the Urus because it's comfort, speed, status, and you don't really get that from most cars.
At that price point.
At that price point,
Very true.
like it's tough to get that. Like you might get it from a Ghost, but the Ghost isn't that fast. You can't. I'll tell you, the Urus, you'll cruise at 145, 150 all day. You won't even feel it. The G-Wagon, once you start hitting 140, you start really the windshield's like just flat.
Yeah,
Fuck
You
box.
literally hear like you're like, fuck, this car's falling apart, bro.
The air noise from the sunroof and shit
the
like
wind,
that.
bro,
You're like,
I hit 180. I don't know. I think I posted on Instagram. I shouldn't have probably posted it, but I hit like
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I some car just passed me. Those little rice rockets. I think it was like a Subaru STI. I don't know what it was. Just trying to like rev downshift, do this. I wasn't really interested. I forgot what happened. He flew by me, and I was like, let me just fuck with this. So I like literally hit the gas as he flew by me. So he probably had like a big head start. And I think I catch him at like 150 or 160. I catch him. But I literally like, he was like parked when I passed him. I think I hit like 180, just
Zoom.
gone, I didn't feel it. I thought we were going like 140, 150. I'm going 180 in this Urus, and you don't feel that shit at all.
At 180, you don't feel nothing?
Nothing.
That's crazy.
Fuck, that's fucking.
The only thing that feels weird is the cones that they're just kind of flying by you. Mm-hmm. But if you're not really paying attention to that, you're just looking at the road. You just, I've been doing this for a while. Like I've been racing and doing all that shit. Like that's like nothing to me. I've hit 215 on my twin turbo Huracan. You just look at what's in front of you. You anticipate braking, and the only thing is when you're going that fast is stopping is not as used to.
Bro,
it's
people
not like
don't get that, bro.
Yeah.
You're going 180, you can literally slow down 80 miles an hour and you're still fucking
still
pushing
going fast
100.
as
You're
fuck.
still fucking like, those cars are out there, bro.
Yeah.
No, they're not out there. They're on you now.
cars. Yeah, that's the only thing
Yeah.
you really got to anticipate. But if you've done it, then you're cool. That's why I don't like these kids. They'll get like Hellcats or whatever, and they push them to the limit. They don't fucking know. They don't know that can happen. They don't know that car, 1,000 feet in front of you or whatever it is, it's really coming up on you.
Fast. Or any little rock hits your windshield, any little thing hits you, next thing you know, you go like this, it's fucking, you're done.
Potholes.
Bro, it's over.
All of it.
Bro, but thank you. Those fucking great answers.
Thank you
I
guys.
appreciate you taking the time
Appreciate
for
you guys
coming
coming
on,
out
bro.
here.
We could have
Bro.
chopped it up another 2 hours probably.
Probably.
Absolutely, bro. Especially with the drinking us, bro, it's over.
We would have some music pulling up right now.
This has been a wrap. Shout out to Chamba for making it happen. And we
Thank you
appreciate
guys.
you very much, bro.
Appreciate
Where
it.
can they follow you on? Where can we find you on social? I'm sure a lot of people already follow you already, but
For people that don't know.
for people that don't know, where can they find you?
Sith Lord Chamba.
Sith Lord Chamba.
Sith Lord like Star Wars, Chamba, Chamba.
Yep. There it is, baby. That's a wrap.
We're out.